The viewers ready? Ready? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Brandon Thomas, and today I'm going to talk about America's new deadly obsession, texting while driving. Now first I want to ask, how many of you text while driving? I can admit I do it sometimes too. How many of you think you're good at it? Alright, I'm going to ask you, why do you think you're good at it?
I've never gotten a trash before.
That's the biggest misinterpretation. That a lot of people think they're good at it. They think they can multitask. And that's exactly what happened to these two gentlemen right here. Both lost their lives because a 19-year-old, like many of you in here, thought he could text and drive, and he lost control and veered across the median and struck both of these two while they were on their way to work. Many of these things happen every day. Could you imagine if you left this class and you got a call from somebody saying that your parents have been injured in a car accident because someone was texting and driving? A lot of these things happen because people are immature and people don't realize, like you, saying that you're good at it. That's the wrong way to look at it. And so, many teens feel that they are capable of making their own decisions, but one decision that should be made for all is not only by the law, but by ourselves, is we should put the phone away when we're behind the wheel. You can begin by putting your phones down while we drive in the back seat, not only accepting the law, but also initiating our minds to accept the consequences prior to making the choice while driving. Encourage those around you to text while driving, or encourage those around you that texting while driving is very dangerous. Take the initiative to be a role model for younger people and for your friends around you. So that's why I'm here today, to talk about texting while driving. Nobody should touch their phone while they drive. No call, no text message or alert is important enough to risk your safety or those around you. On the road, you take responsibility for yourself and those around you. Texting while driving is America's new deadliest obsession because of the growing epidemic of cell phone users. Cell phone usage and text messages become one of the most popular things in society. According to a journal article titled Texting by Carol Tilley, between 2004 and 2007, the portion of teenagers who own a cell phone increased from 45% to 71%. That's a very large increase to me. A lot of us are, the average age for receiving a cell phone is 10 years old, according to Covey of 2008. So that's very young. I didn't receive my cell phone until I was in 8th grade. I don't know how early any of you received yours. But you can see the popularity of cell phones is growing. According to a wireless association, there were more than 270 million cell phone subscribers in 2008. During 2008, more than 2.5 trillion messages were sent worldwide. The growth of cell phone ownership and text messages is a growing epidemic in our culture. Constant connection to the world around us is globally affecting us in different parts of our daily lives, including distracted driving. In 2008, the average teen sent and received 80 text messages a day, according to the Nelson poll. Now you can imagine that a lot of these text messages are being sent on the road. So how does text messaging affect our driving? Text messaging is being carried into our seats and is very, very dangerous. Distracted driving from the U.S. Department of Transportation lists 3 main distractions: visual, manual, and cognitive. Visual being that your eyes aren't on the road, manual being that your hands aren't on the steering wheel, and cognitive being that your mind isn't on the road. Text messaging is so dangerous because it involves all 3 of them. Not only are you, even if you're not looking at your cell phone, you're looking ahead at the road ahead of you, your mind is on what you're texting. So you're not a professional, you're not good at it. How you said, like, you haven't gotten a crash. Well, these things are right there. Take a look at these 2 pictures right here. First I'll show you, this is a study done by David Strayer of University of Utah. Notice that the buildings on the left and on the right are visible, and if there was a stop sign ahead on his right, he would be able to see it. Now, look when someone is text messaging. You can't see the buildings to your left or nor to your right, kind of like tunnel vision they call it. Now, if the pedestrian walked across on the right, up ahead of you, you wouldn't be able to see him. This is very dangerous. Because many individuals don't realize the dangers of texting behind the wheel until close loved ones or themselves are injured. At that point, it could be way too late. Texting while driving reduces brain activity 37%, according to Carnegie Mellon. individuals are 4 times as likely to get into a crash serious enough to injure themselves, according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. They compare text messaging to a 0.08% of alcohol. So you can imagine that it's very dangerous, but it's really hard for police to patrol text messaging because you can't really have evidence that they were texting. They could have been just looking at their phone. But that's a misinterpretation because it's very dangerous to even pick up your phone while you're driving. Now each year, people end up like this gentleman right here who was texting and driving. This is very dangerous. Death is the number one. Obviously, everybody knows that death is a result of texting while driving, but there are a lot of other consequences. In 2008, nearly 6,000 people were killed in a crash involving driver distraction, 16 of which resulted in casualties. Now, many lives are lost for no reason each year because people pick up the phone while they're driving. Not only people are dying, but they're being affected by serving jail time. Like, that wouldn't be good for any of us because we're all here at college. We don't have time to go to jail and miss a semester of college. And a lot of people are paying fines, so a lot of us don't have money to pay for fines because college is so expensive here. So, and also you don't want to deal with the aftermath of killing somebody else. I know somebody who was driving and she wasn't paying attention and she struck a motorcycle guy and killed him. But she didn't serve any jail time. She was lucky for that because it was his fault, but things like these happen. So what you can do is stop texting altogether. The easiest thing is to put your phone away. Put it behind your seat, put it in your trunk. Just wait until you arrive at your destination. You need to first realize that many lives are affected by you texting. Many individuals feel that they are capable of multitasking, like yourself, but look at the statistics and at the lives that are lost each and every year. Statistics don't lie. People are in jail because they had the mentality when it came to text messaging that they were good at it. If the temptation is difficult, just put your cell phone somewhere else where you cannot touch it. Stop text messaging and save you or someone else. Now, next time you receive a text while you're driving, think of all the lives that are lost each and every day because you, if you look at that phone, are affecting them. Thank you.
Everyone is coming in at the exact same time. Like you're like 7:25. Like everyone. Are you next? That's a great question. Yes.